Oh, welcome back to my little personal challenge. Taking this farm, which is all trees, and trying to make it into a working farm. Well, I ploughed last time, yesterday. I just gone and collected the eggs, as you may have seen on the intro. I'm now just going to go back to the shop and pick up the fertilizer spreader I bought, because I'm going to need that before I cultivate the two fields I made. I think what I'm going to do after I've done that and seeded, I'm going to seed, so we're already into mid-spring, so time is getting on a bit. I really need to get the crops done today or tomorrow, really. Oh, we have got plenty of time because we're only just into mid-spring. This was the first day of mid-spring. It's hard to plan on this 12-day. I cannot quite get my head around it. I'm so used to planning on 6-day. I brought across from the Heritage series that nice little sprayer that Darren modded the mod for me, so it's more to what I want. This little series is going to be as much old stuff as I can use. Of course, I'm using the geo of the Midwest, so there's no beat, so I ain't got to worry about that. So we got this as this way. So I've also got what looks like the baler back there. Oh, if I didn't keep jumping out, we'd be a lot better off. Yeah, it's a baler. Lovely piece of kit that, and it's the updated one. There has been a problem with the baler, with the bales on the works well on the first seasons, but there was a slight change in the way it worked when they brought out the RM one, version 1.1, which is the one I'm running on here. And I'm running it because there was a few other little issues with the original one. Nothing too important. Mainly that the placeables wouldn't work. They should do. They didn't actually protect bales as they should, and hay bales didn't rot. Which could be handy, of course, but I don't want that. I want the full set of everything. I'm going to probably split this into 2 episodes again, morning and afternoon. Morning, I'm hoping just to get some fertilizer spread on there and cultivation done. In the afternoon to seed, and possibly. Well, I don't really want to start grass cutting until we're actually ready to go. I need to cut some grass to get into the bunker, because I will need to get some silage made. I'm going to use one modern bit of kit, and that's the Keenan feed mixer, which this can run. This tractor can actually run it. I'm not certain if it could run any of the other ones. I very rarely use feed mixers. Most of the times when I'm using something like that, I'm using the inbuilt mixed feed stations. I really should move some of this stuff away and tidy it all up, but that will come. It'll come when we've got a quiet time, but I don't think we're going to cover quiet time very soon. Getting range, there we are. We don't actually want a full tank, but I'm going to fill it right up. And you all know that the only thing I hope to actually be resetting is the seeder. I'm using the seeder from SOB, which doesn't work too well with manual attach, so I'm going to Now, I'm just going to, well, it works well, but it doesn't like that detaching because it shows on all the time, and manual attach doesn't much like that. Right, let's come out of cab and just put some fur on there. Doing this out of cab, that's just simpler. It makes sense. I get everything. Just a quick quick layer of fertilizer. I've got that weeder, that 6 meter weeder. That's in the mod folder, ready to go on. When it's on its first stage of growth here, I'm hoping I can fert now. Fert again once we're seeded. I'm hoping that will allow me to do that. Then I can weed at the first growth stage, and that will be the 3 stages done. So they're very small fields. I'm not after big fields for a start off. Not with this equipment anyway. Right, let's go on. Get back and hook up. I don't need the beacon running out. Let's go and hook up to the cultivators. Bung this away. Actually, bung it away, shall we? Put it in a proper place for this. Can't quite get used to not using better drive mod. I may just put that on because I'm trying not to use too many help mods. Yes, I do. Just shutting off. I can't get used to the fact I haven't got manual brake on here either. I keep hitting that, which is why it keeps going back. There's the deck as a quick camera mod on here. One I have never actually used, and I think I just hit the side of the barn twice. Well, why hit it once when you hit it twice, I say. Now this is a lovely little series though. You won't, I'm afraid, find any indication where you can get the map now. There have been, so say, ructions in the background, which I'm not going to go into, but it means that we no longer have the map on PCSG. I have no idea where it's gone, so I've taken the credits out. I mentioned this last time, but I'm not going to go any further than that into it. I could, of course, on the cultivator, use the one from the Massey pack, but I prefer the smaller one. I am actually off screen having a bit of fun after watching Species 7. Mr. Species, my good mate, with his the slow bee mod. I have played the slow bee mod a few times, but I never really got into it properly. I'm going to come out of cab to do this. And he got so much money he's making. Well, I have decided I've using Watts Farm. We all know Watts Farm. It's by Clint Watts. Oh, it's not liking this too much. I hope I haven't left a few stumps or anything in there. I think actually we're running a bit. I think we might slow that down a little bit anyway. I wouldn't have thought we'd be doing much more than that. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to get that tree out of there. That's in the way where it is, but that will be going. I think we're only going to get one of these done this morning. We'll probably be seeding tomorrow by the looks of it. There's stuff on this side it doesn't like. We're not digging into the front now. We might just be digging the forks in. Only this side for, some strange reason. This hasn't got the best turning circle in the world, this Massey, which I found out on the on that watch. I'm using mainly the Massey pack there. Doing forestry, got Slow Tide's excellent soya milk plant in there, and I'm just going to grow soya and do some forestry. Would you believe? I must be mad. I'm volunteering to do more forestry. Be easy if I was using GPS, but as I think I said in the last one, GPS wasn't a thing when these things were built. I bet them up in those forks digging in. It's not leaping about all over the place now. It's 9 o'clock already, and we haven't got the first one done, but they are fertilised anyway. We're using the Minneapolis seed, I forget what it is, about 2.5 meters, something like that. I've got an even smaller one in there, the Hassia, which I like using that for some reason. I have actually modded that for my own use. I'm on the Heritage series for planting row crop stuff. It looks exactly the same, I just changed the field types. But I'm going to use the Minneapolis because I think the John Deere can run that. I want to run as much as I can with the John Deere, the little old putt-putt. The only John Deere I really like now. It's going to upset a few people. I'm not a John Deere fan. Yes, they make good equipment, but I don't know why. They just don't do anything for me. No JCBs, it doesn't matter. Or if you're going back to this sort of era, might actually be before Massey, these are 70s. Go back to the 40s and 50s. Field Marshal are my favourite. I spend hours at the old agricultural rallies and steam rallies staring at the Field Marshals. You know, in the wrong context that could be bad, staring at Field Marshals. For those who don't know, that's near the top rank in the army. They're above generals, Field Marshals. Certainly in the British Army. I don't know about the rest of the world. Oh, we might just get them both done. This is going to be a slow series. Well, mind you, I play all my series are slow. I'm a bit like BP like that. I don't play to be quick at anything, and I think I might have left a stump here. Oh, is that just an off-cut? Oops. Get back in. I'm keyboarding it because I decided to play this real old school. What are my sins? Oh, we have just about done here. I wonder actually if we will seed this one first, then cultivate the other one. It sounds like a plan actually. This one's going to be wheat. This is the smaller two. The bigger two is going to have barley in. I will come back down the centre there again because I don't think we've quite got everything. But this is it's a lovely relaxing series, although you are playing 15 times. I'll begin to get the hang of playing 15 times. As you can see too, there is grass here, so I will be mowing grass fairly soon, especially as it's staying fairly bright. And I think to make some hay, make 30 or 40 bales of hay, just so we're ready for cattle. Although there will be small bales. Right. I'm going to park this up over here. We'll run back and get the other one. I don't remember. There's no brake on here. Don't think I'm going to try and jump the fence with a sprint. Oh, yeah. At my time of life, I shouldn't really be sprinting. How are we going to pick up? Hello, sounds like someone's kicking off outside. There's fire. Fire or ambulance just gone off. Now this is one of my favourite tractors I used. This I really love. I use it as much as I can, but there isn't that much equipment that can run. I will come out of cab whilst I'm doing this, and now hopefully that is full of seed. I didn't notice the lid's up and it shouldn't be. No, it's empty, so we better just go and go over here, fill up with seed, and we are going to go on to wheat for this. We're getting a cab actually. The width of this isn't going to matter a lot because it doesn't make any difference. As you can see, it's showing on all the time. I just want to bring up the F1 menu just to check the controls on this X's unfold mower. That's why manual attach doesn't like this a lot. It will not come off because it considers it's always running. Try and level this off. Actually, I'll be better off doing this in cab, looking behind me. Oh, we'll go with this, shall we? Let's see what happens. Unfold. We're on. And she's working. Now that is what you call relaxing. It might still be a bit fast. I'm just going to take the cruise down to about 4 miles an hour, which I think would be a bit more realistic. I think we're out there. Yes, this was done by a gent called Chaos Knight. He's done this for a few iterations of farming sim now. I used this a lot on 15, and on 15 this was a lot slower tractor. He sped it up a bit for us, and I think that possibly mistakes what I want. So I keep saying I'm going to go into the XML file and just slow it down again, but never got round to it. Do the same we did with the cultivating. We're going to go one side to the other. It'd be slightly easier, I feel. Yeah, it looks like we're getting it all. And I'm hoping I can actually go over and fertilise again straight after doing this. That we will find out. As you see, this seed is switched on all the time, but a lovely piece of kit. The whole thing is rocking and rolling. But the only way I can disconnect it is to reset the seeder. It's a shame. I have looked, but my knowledge isn't great enough to change that. If you could stop the seeder, it'd be fine, but you can't. It's always running. It's just that I don't know exactly what you unfold, but you unfold something. Shall we find out what? Let's see what we unfold. In fact, I think we have unfolded something there. Oh, press the button and oh well, let's come back and try again. Load a bit of kit, then I go and mess it all up. Alright, but the seed bits down. The little seed drills down. Yeah, it looks like it'll be about 1 o'clock when we finish this episode, so we're normally good to about 6, 7 o'clock at night, so we'll have plenty of time for the second part of this. That's easy if I split this into two episodes rather than try and get the whole lot done in one. And it's got to be more important as the days lengthen. And this other one, my barley, and I don't think I'm going to have to refill the seeder between fields. No. Another good friend, Ellen, who has the Ellen Plays channel, is doing this, but she's doing a lot more modern equipment than I, or slightly more modern and bigger equipment than I am. And so making very big fields. This whole area will be one field for her. For me, it's going to be 4 fields at least in here. When we finish getting all the grass, and it looks like we missed a big lump other side. I have to go and fill that in. With so little grind, we can't afford not to. I'm hoping not to run on this except with the weeder at all, and I will have to change over to thin tyres for when we do the weeder. And we still got to buy that, of course. We already owe quite a bit of money on this, but hey ho, we hopefully can get some back. I'm also going to keep the cattle down to a reasonable number. Most probably a maximum of 50. That will be it. This is merely meant to be a small holding, not a massive industrial farm. Oh, look at this. This isn't going to be too bad. Just about 12 we should be finished this. Just go down here. Swap over and put the fert back. Oh no, I'll fert them both at the end if I take it. I'll dry fert again. I won't buy the wet fertilisers system until we have to. I have to thank everybody who's been so kind about this series. Farmer Klein wants to see me do more logging. I can understand why he wants the amusement. He wants to have a good laugh, and who can blame him? There we are, that's done. But just listen to that, and we'll just change that over. I know this isn't very realistic, and we'll just get ourselves ready, lined up, ready. Oh, we can't yet. We've got to cultivate this one yet. So we'll just leave that there. We'll have another quick look at the egg situation. Oh, no, we won't. We will actually take a picture of this. And we will find the F12. That's it. And I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. It makes me feel wanted. I left stuff all over the place here. If you're not subscribed and wish to see more, I'm doing this twice a week, this particular series. Could have been nasty, huh? Yeah, there. Army 2 bunkers. I hope they're not too big. It doesn't tell you, does it? I'm going to have to buy a chaffer for the grass to put in there. There's one on the pack. Anyway, yes, and any comments, questions, queries, or anything else, feel free to post. I try and read every one. I answer just about all of them, even with just a little heart or thumbs up in there, just to show I read it. And with that, it's Merman saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.